Hits by the pound.
Yeah, this is how we do it in the Central Coast, man. We got 40 ounces, Old English, rag tops, 6'4" Impalas, and bikini girls, man. This is how we do it on the West Coast. San Diego, San Francisco, Los Angeles. But don't forget about the Central Cali, man. Please don't forget about the Central Cali. Yeah, get 'em.
It's another sunny day in the state of California. Low rider palm trees and G's that put it on ya. This ain't a negative, we speaking ebonics. Rank talk, candy paint on D's with hydraulics. Baseball hat with the sticker on the brim. Don't let the sun blind your sight, cause things can get grim. But I'm not here to talk about banana clips and guns. We're going back to Cali and we're gonna have some fun. A West Coast domination.
And welcome back to Two-Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura, out here in Monterey County, also known to the world as the Salad Bowl, also known as the Salinas Valley. To the people in LA, we are north. To the people in San Francisco, we are south. Right smack in the middle, best of both worlds. Don't forget about the Central Cali. Anyway, folks, today, disclaimer, this is not dealing with any kind of gang affiliation, any trying to upset any other city, town, whatnot, right? Or trying to represent where I'm from and this and that. It's just the situation that happened and transpired in this situation that happened. That's been quite a few years ago. So, I ended up leaving, and I wasn't even part of the show. I was going with another artist of mine that I had at the time. We were going to another place to go perform. Or he was performing, not myself. So I was riding with him, and, a couple of other guys, we went to go, support and just being there in the crowd, in the party atmosphere or whatnot. And it was held at this club, and it was just, it was pretty live, to be honest with you. It was actually pretty good. So anyhow, we're there, and look, if it sounds a little choppy, sketchy, or I'm kind of pausing a little bit, I'm trying not to expose people and or areas for that matter, right? So anyhow, we're there and we're in support of we see a lot of people that have came up to us and known us and be like, hey, how you guys doing? Whatever. And it was a great event. I mean, we were waiting to go on, and so we're kind of chilling and just a whole party atmosphere kind of thing, right? These guys come in. And I noticed, and I will describe him a little, I'm not a tall dude, but this guy was even shorter than me, dark complected, kind of just like, he was just, yeah, I think he had Napoleon syndrome or something. But anyhow, and oftentimes, guys, and not trying to go there, but the thing about it is that a lot of times that these people sometimes, people like that, it's not that they're tough. They try to use scare tactics to kind of, psych you out and make you believe, So anyhow, we're there and they're putting out their merchandise or whatever. And then, he says, hey man, he goes, you know how it goes around here, right? And I was like, what the heck is he saying? He's talking to me? Like, you know what I mean? He kind of pinpointed me. And I was like, so I kind of just shook it off, like, because the music's loud in there, so you can't really hear too good, and it's a crowd of people and stuff. And then he goes, hey, come here. And I was like, well, like, yeah. He goes, you know what's up right here, right? You know what's going down, right? And I was like, well, yeah. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, you freaking idiot. We're here for a show, right? Like, that's what's going down. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right. Left it at that. A little bit later, he comes up and he's like, hey, come here. And he kind of leans in a little bit. And I'm trying to, I'm watching other acts on the stage at this point now, and he's just taking away from me, watching the show now. So I'm like, yes. And mind you, the guy wasn't drinking. He was just a complete idiot, to be honest with you. But anyways, he told me, hey, and I'm like, yeah. And then he's all like, it's such and such side over here, right? And I'm like, yeah, thank you. Like, whatever, And he's like, I just came out of Pelican Bay. Today, I came out of Pelican Bay today. And I'm like, I'm like, okay. I'm standing there going like, feeling like big worm, like, what the does that got to do with me? And mind you, this is we're late into the night, and it's like it's like 11 or midnight already. The show's going down. He's talking about he's from another city, which is probably about an hour and a half away or something, right, from where we're at. And he's telling me he just got released from Pelican Bay that day. And I'm thinking in my head, you're on parole. It's close to midnight. And there's no way you would be out here if you just got out of prison, dude. Like, straight up. Like, it's just whatever, dude, right? So I'm just kind of shaking it off, like, okay, whatever, dude. I'm like, all right, that's cool, So, he's like, oh, and he starts again, after a little while. And this wasn't in one shot. This is like throughout the night. He's, and he keeps coming back, and I'm like, okay, dude, like, come on, here's this dude again. Like, he's bothering me, At the point when we had, my artist performing, he was trying to talk, and I was like, hold on, bro, hold on. Like, I'll talk to you, man. Because I already knew he was just BS, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever, dude. But anyhow, he comes back. In one incident after that performance, he left. I think he kind of caught it. Like, I was just kind of getting irritated, but that's where he wanted me to go, and I and in one incident where I'm standing there watching the performance again, and then I hear, excuse me, and since there's a lot of people, I'm like, he goes, excuse me, and I'm like, he's behind me, and I'm like, go ahead. He's all, no. He goes, let me talk to you. And I'm like, okay, well, he goes, hey, he says, we're taking over this whole area out here, And I'm like, looking at him like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, and, And then I just kind of like, all right, cool. And then I just kind of ignored him now. Now it's like, oh, dude, just get away from me, I don't know why he singled me out, to be honest with you. Maybe because he felt I looked weak or whatever. I don't know. But I wasn't going to sit there and take it or feed into it anyways, for that matter. And he leans in again. He goes, look, we're taking over. You know what this is, right? You know what this is. This is this side, right? And this and that, right? And I'm like, yeah, you told me that. And he's all, so we're gonna take over this whole area out here. Not right here in this club thing, but we're gonna take over the whole town over here, the whole city. And I'm like, okay, that's good. And I'm thinking, okay, where's this going, dude? Where are you going with this? And then he leans in and he says, do you have any objections to that? Like, if you do, bro, you gotta let it be known right now. And I turned around and looked at him, And I go, hey, bro, I'm not from here, and he's like, oh, like he kind of like, what? Like, he goes, oh, for real? I said, yeah. But you know what's up right here, right? And I said, yeah. He goes, well, where are you from, dude? And I told him, Monterey County, right? And automatically his face dropped like, oh, like he went from like, and to like, oh, and then he was like, you're from the Salad Bowl? He went like, he actually told me that. You're from the Salad Bowl? And I said, yes, dude, yes. He's all, oh. And then he leans in again and he says, I got a lot of respect for the Salad Bowl. And I'm thinking, and I go, okay, cool. He goes, good to meet you. And I was like, yeah. And it was kind of like, and the guy just disappeared. I didn't see him again. It was just stupid. Like, his face dropped. Like, everything just kind of, his whole demeanor, his face, his jaw was like, oh, and instilled some kind of fear into him. Again, guys, I'm not trying to say my area, in the area that I live in, is the best and the toughest and all this other stuff. That I don't participate in that kind of stuff. But people like that who are doing stuff like that, obviously, I guess he probably knew something I didn't, or he probably felt like, oh man, like if I mess with this dude, it's gonna come back on me or whatever like that. He didn't know me from Adam, to be honest with you. So he could be, doing something very bad to himself had he messed with the wrong person. He should be lucky that he ran into me rather than anybody else. So I just thought that was funny, guys. Again, disclaimer, guys, I'm not trying to represent that we're this and that, whatever the situation is. He was just annoying. But I'm glad that he did a magic trick and disappeared like Chris Angel, man. He just poof, he was gone. He probably went home down the street or whatever, because I don't think he was from the city he said he was from. Actually, as a matter of fact, I don't believe anything he said. He was just trying to, whatever, punk me for whatever reason. And he found out that that wasn't the case. Whether, I don't care where I'm from. If he would have pushed it any further, it would have gone different. I'm not trying to say I'm a tough guy either, but hey, I wasn't going to stand there and take it either way, though. But anyhow, that's beside the point. I just thought it was funny until, that he kept pushing and acting. And he was just going around everywhere and throwing up gang signs and doing all this other stuff early on in the show, and then getting up on the stage and just acting a freaking idiot. And he came, he kept coming back to me. But after that, like I said, he calmed down. So anyway, guys, that's really it. I just thought I had to share that with you guys, because that was actually funny to me. But yeah, with that, man, this is Two-Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura, signing out.